Hey guys, Kelvin Davis here. Let's get into it. That's the show, the name of the show. Let's subscribe. Let's comment. Let's give a thumbs up, thumbs down. Also, notification bell, bing, click on that. That'll let you know when the recording is on. Um, and that's pretty much it. All right, let's get into this right now. So, in my last video, I think it was like I think it was either Monday or Tuesday, I did this. I talked about um, the Neil Young Joe Rogan Spotify situation, how I talked about basically the First Amendment right protects you from not getting arrested for something you say. But at the same time, you have to be prepared for the consequences of what you say. And I felt like the apology Joe Rogan did for his show, he basically just said, you know what, I'm going to be better. I'm going to have experts on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my due diligence research. And that's basically, let's get into it. It's all about doing your own research. So doing your own thing, doing what you feel. If I say something wrong or something was incomplete that I didn't go along on as far as videos, because I'm trying to be as short as possible. I'm trying to not do a 30-minute video about something and keep repeating myself, or if I miss something, it's I want you to go look it up and then put the comments, say, hey man, you forgot to add this on that when you talked about this, like, oh, thank you, next time, thank you, next time, be like that. I just didn't want to basically talk. So Joe Rogan basically apologized. He basically said, I'm gonna do better, which I totally respect. A lot of people are still up in arms, like they should still take them off, yada yada yada. Their Spotify's now doing where some talks about whatever this and that, they're gonna put a disclaimer on there, so that way you do your own due diligence. There's people that just listen to people, and it just does not work, and that's not how the brain works. You have to research. So let's. So super cool, Joe Rogan to do that. How do you guys feel about that? Did you think it's sincere, or you think he's gonna do whatever? So all right, so back onto saying what you say and not understanding the repercussions or consequences that you may say. Sarah Palin and Cardi B, you guys may understand, they're in the middle of a lawsuit, of the fame lawsuit, basically saying someone said something about them that wasn't true on the internet, got posted up, especially on YouTube and all that. Cardi B saw it, was like, that's not true, suing you for like, I think it was like 1.3 million. I know it's like a million. I know it's $1 million. It's $1 million lawsuit. This lady's getting in deep trouble because she said stuff about Cardi B that was not true. Allegedly, Cardi B was like, the fame, I'm gonna sue you. Um, and I said that in the last video. You have to be prepared for the consequences of what you say, whether you believe it's true or not. Whether you believe it's 100% true and then later find out it's false lies, you just made that up because you need attention. You got to be prepared for the consequences of that, what you said. And that is, you're going to get sued millions of dollars. Same thing with Sarah Palin. You're going to say things about her that was not true, and you're going to get sued millions of dollars. I try not to talk about people or make up stories about people because I understand the consequences of me getting sued, me maybe possibly getting banned on social media because I'm out there saying some defame stuff. I'm basically defaming people. I'm not telling the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. I can get in trouble for that, and I understand that. There's people that still don't get it. Well, it's my First Amendment right. I can say what I want. Well, you have to be prepared for the consequences. Should be no consequences. Like, well, you know what? There is consequences of what you say, because if there's no consequences of what you say, pretty much you can say anything. You can make up a lie about people, and we will have to either believe it or tell you're BSing. And then there's no consequence for that person because they feel like you just made a lie about them, and now people believe it, and it's like, wait, I got evidence that they're lying, and nobody cares, and whatever. There's consequences because if you let people run their mouths and give them no consequence for it, then it kind of basically, we might as well just get rid of the First Amendment right then. It's kind of like the Second Amendment. If you just let people get guns and they just shoot up a store or whatever, and just shoot to do whatever, then it'd be kind of like, then we got to revisit Second Amendment. Same thing like that. So, with that being said, I hate repeating this. You have to, what you say. That's why they say that when you get arrested. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. The reason why being is because if you say something that's going to help their case, you're in deep doo-doo. If you say something that's going to hurt their case, but it makes you look guilty, and that's going to be used against you. That's why your lawyers, if you look at, I think it was a lawyer on YouTube and Instagram, all that, he tells you don't say nothing, invoke the fifth, because they understand. Even the court understands what you say is gonna have a consequence of what you say. That's why I tell people, be careful what you say. Like, hey, I understand you can say that, but you have to be careful. Man, I can say what I want, okay? Fine. But be prepared. Oh, there should be no consequence. Oh, I'm not going to get it. I was like, all right, you say that. And then I find out people get fired from their job. And I'm like, and they come back mad. Oh, I can't believe they fired me because I said I was trying to say this but your pride and your ego got in the way. I was trying to tell you, you have to be prepared for the consequences that happen. You weren't prepared. Now you're pissed off because you didn't want to listen. You said something offensive. You got fired for it. Guess what? That's your consequence. You didn't want to listen. That's your consequence. That's your fault. That's your responsibility. You're a grown up. Don't understand that. If you don't understand that, that's on you. That's not my job and purpose to sit there and teach you what you can and can't say. There's certain things you cannot say. You can't say fire in the theater. You can't say certain things at the airport. I get, and people get stupid up and on. I can't say bomb in the airport. No, you can't. It's stupid. Why would you say that? Hey, I just go flight gonna be the bomb. And TSA should go ram their. They should dry dock you then. Basically, just glove on, no lubricant, just because you deserve it. That's why when you see Karen videos, man, family, I'm like, all right, be prepared for the consequences of what you say and do. You'll get banned. You get fired from your job. You get banned from that store. Private companies, certain things you can say in private company. Private company can tell you, hey, you know what? Be careful what you say. Consequences, whatever. Well, I can't believe the company fired me because I said it didn't work. Well, you made it a hostile environment. Certain things you can say can make it a hostile environment. Things you do make it hostile. Anyway, that's why I don't want to be on too long. Is that these lawsuits are a prime example of what I've been saying. These are the consequences of what you say. Please take these as a cautionary tale of be careful what you say. You can say it, but you have to be careful. If you spread disinformation, misinformation, I should say, be prepared for people like Neil Young and I think it was other people trying to get their music off of Spotify because of things you say. You'll be prepared for that. Joe Rogan was, in fact, 100% prepared for that. He realized the mistake. Not when you say mistake. He realized what his show was about. He didn't do what he needed to do. I'm not going to call it a mistake. Sometimes we forget or we don't think about it until we go, oh, crap. So, like I said, Joe Rogan did a good job. He's going to step up his game. Hopefully, we forget Joe Rogan is not a Trump supporter. Y'all always think he's a Trump supporter. Dude is a Bernie Sanders supporter. He believes in healthcare and all. Like he's basically, and we forget about that and we equate him to Trump. And in reality, he's a Bernie Sanders supporter. So I just want to throw that in there. Facts. Throw some facts on you guys on that one. So I want people thinking, see that Trump supporter guy and yada yada, whatever. He's a Bernie supporter. So please understand that. I'm sure if you call him a Trump supporter, I'm sure he'll punch you in the face. He's a Bernie supporter. So throwing some facts on you guys on that one. Look that up. You'll see. So I'm going to end the video right here, guys. My final word, I should say, is that I'm going to say it a million times. I'm sure. Be prepared for the consequences of what you say. Be prepared that you might get fired from your job. You might not get a job. You might lose some friends. Your family's going to hate you. Whatever it may be prepared for the consequences of what you say. If you're not prepared, that's on you. Then that means you don't understand the First Amendment. Be prepared for the consequences of what you say. Be prepared, like they say, be prepared for the consequences of your actions. It's the same thing. Be prepared for the consequences of what you say. So I'm gonna end it off on there. Thank you for listening. Please, please, please follow these words. Comment down below. Be vigilant. If you have any comments, be careful. I will block you. I will report you if you say anything crazy, negative, bullying, or anything. I'm just letting you guys know right there, right now, because I've seen people on other people's stuff, bullying, and I'm like, really, Gen X people, y'all talk all this stuff. That's why they call you guys snowflakes, because as soon as somebody bullies you, you want them banned, you want them suspended. But as soon as it's okay for you to bully, so I'm letting you know right now, if you bully on my comments, bully other people, what they say, you're gonna get reported, and I'm pretty much gonna block you. So let's be human beings, like I've been saying again for the million times. Let's be cordial. Let's have a conversation. If you can't have a conversation, that's dismissal from this page. And so, thank you for listening, guys. I think I took too long, but it's gonna be so.